Hello everybody and welcome back to Pleasantview. Today we are in the University subhood at Mission University with Angela and Lilith, who we left off fishing together at this cute little pond on their dorm lot. They are not, they still are super enemies, -65 over -95, and Angela hates her sister even more. So I don't know if we're going to get to work on that or not, but let me just see. So Angela is a biology major. They will be going to their exams at the end of this episode. She can technically pass pretty much as long as she goes to class in her final exam. She would need to get 2 more skill points, either cleaning or logic, to improve upon that. Lilith currently cannot pass. She needs to gain a charisma, a body, or a logic, at least one, to be able to get enough grade points to pass the semester. But she doesn't have to go to class till 7, and Angela has to go to class at 4. Angela has all these popularity sim wants. Now we will have 2 more dormies moving in. If you watch the recap episode, we had 2 more teens turn into dormies, so they'll be moving in. Lilith wants to be best friends with Bobroke. I so love that. I love that. She did woohoo with Alvin autonomously last episode, so she wants to be best friends with him now because they are already friends. She got 2 bolts with him and 2 bolts with her Uncle John. Ew. She wants to be best friends. She wants to be friends with Tasha, which she's close to doing, but I'm going to leave locked in be friends with Bo. I realized that I didn't show you guys Lilith's outfits, so actually, oh look, there's Nicole. She's one of our dormies coming to move in. So I'm actually going to show you Lilith's outfits because I only showed you Angela's. So we're going to do that first. What are you gurring about? Oh, they both got the loves to swim trait as their adult trait, both Nicole and Derek. Oh my gosh, you know what? So I was thinking about sending Lilith to the pool because she needs a body skill point, but Angela also has the love to swim trait. Do we think that they would be on like a swim team together? Maybe Angela should create a group, like a swim team group, and the 3 of them can go to the pool on the regular, maybe. Not like my university students have a lot of extra time, but oh my gosh, that could be so much fun. Maybe Nicole and Derek and Angela will be on a little swim and they'll go to the pool and hang out together. That could be so much fun. Because eventually, this only has 7 rooms, and now 6 Sims live here. So once Dustin or Dirk, other Sims start moving in, our dormies are going to move out, so they won't be around all the time. I think it's so funny that they both got the loves to swim trait, and Angela has that also. Oh, that's great. Well, let me show you Lilith's outfits first. All right, so Derek is moving in, Nicole is moving in. Let's see what rooms they picked. So this is Lilith's room on the corner. This is Angela's room. And then there's Alvin and Derek, Nicole, and Tasha. They all have their rooms, and then there's still 1 empty room here. So the next dormie that moves in or the next playable sim that moves in can have that room, and then the dormies will start moving out as more sims come. Assuming we move them into the dorms, I tend to like to have my sims live in the dorm for at least 1 year, just so they get to meet other people and maybe can save some money to rent a house. Like, neither of the Pleasant twins currently could rent a house, though they could move into a different dormitory if we wanted them to. All right, Angela, you have to go to class earlier. So actually, you know what? Lilith, let's have you walk to lot right now. So let's go walk to lot, community lot. And we're going to send you to the pool just because Mission University. And where is the pool? The sports center, right? Downstairs is the pool. Yes, the sports center has a pool. So let's send her there. So I haven't done all of the videos that I wanted to for you guys. But no, don't go play basketball. Oh, you want to be friends with Nicole? Okay, let's go greet her then, at least. Flamingo. I need to go delete all these flamingos. I removed the fire hydrants from my game, which do the car spawning, and so they've all turned into flamingos. I need to go delete them off all my community lots. And why don't you talk to her then? Chat. But yeah, I feel like Lilith would want to get out of the dormitory since her and Angela have been fighting so much. So I think that she would come to be somewhere else for a little bit. Now, you need a body, so you can go to the pool or we can go upstairs and use one of the machines. So there's all of these machines and a punching bag. Remember, her dad's in the athletic career, so she's used to, you know, doing this, being around fitness gear. She could play basketball, she could play soccer, whatever she wants. So after she's done chatting with Nicole, I'll let her do kind of whatever she wants and see what she picks. She was going to pick basketball. Maybe I should just have her play basketball since that's what she was going to do on her own. Oh, she's really close to getting another body skill point. But anyway, what I was saying, I have so many videos that I can't believe she already got her body skill point. So she needs to be home before 7 for sure, so she can go to class. So the way, I haven't done all the videos I wanted to for you guys about mods because there's just so many videos I want to make, like so many. And I can't possibly, I could release a video a day and I still wouldn't be able to do them all. And obviously I could not release a video a day because I have 2 jobs. In my game, I have edited the community time mod so that it functions the same on the university subhood. So when Lilith goes home to the dormitory, she won't arrive at the same time she left. She'll arrive like the normal community time works. And then I also have a mod so that there's no progress on community lots for the... What are you guys gossiping about? Dustin broke? Anyway, so that there's no college progress on community lots, which there normally is in the game. And this keeps all of their ages in sync. Oh, they made friends. Yay. She also wants to meet someone new now. I like that they're getting along, but let's go meet someone new. So Alvin's in the pool. There's Michelle. She's a teenager. Here, come greet Derek. Greet Derek. I don't think you know him. Oh, you do know him. Never mind. You know Alvin. Do you know Michelle? Here, come greet Michelle. Otherwise, you know Alvin, you know Tasha, you know Nicole, you know Derek. You know everybody else here. I don't know if you know Michelle, though. There we go. Alright, your hygiene is really low because of the, because you were playing basketball, so come take a shower. Man, she really wants to be around Nicole. They just get along great. After you take your shower, come appreciate her. But yeah, so I want to do a video about the mods that I use in university subhoods like that. So my edited community time, my no college progress, my 48-hour semesters, all of that stuff that makes the way that I play college the way that I like it, in case any of you are interested in tweaking the way that you play university lots. Okay, Lilith's done with her shower. She's going to come say hi to Nicole. She wants Dustin to go to college. That's so funny. I remember now that she wanted Dustin to go to college and Angela wants Dirk to go to college. Nicole, don't leave. Lilith, where are you? Come admire her. She's probably going away. You see how they're all leaving? That's because they're probably all undeclared majors, and so they're all going to class. What it is. Okay, well, why don't you go home then? Let's see. Walk to lot. Home. So, you go home since this spot is clearing out. You are a popularity sim, so if there's nobody around, it's not really going to be your vibe. You're hungry anyway. You need to go get some food. Alright, so Lilith will be home in 4.5 hours. Angela just caught another fish. Look, she gained enough enthusiasm in nature to go hiking. That's awesome. She wants to make all these friends. And she's hungry also. So everybody's down here playing pool. She wants to be friends with Tasha and Alvin, so why don't you just come join them. Tasha's not here, but the other 3 are, and you can just kind of hang out. Hang out with your dorm mates. I remember her and Alvin weren't getting along. They have negative chemistry. Negative chem. Who do you have chemistry? Goopy. Oh my god. Goopy's the only person you have chemistry with? Negative chemistry. Negative chemistry. Oh boy, Angela. That's okay. Dustin was still thinking about you. You know, you're his high school. Where are they all going? They're all leaving. Angela came to play and they're all like, never mind. They're just chatting. Okay, well, when you're done chatting, where's Sophia? Where's our cafeteria worker? Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's because I always save at 9 a.m. And remember, my game reset last round, but it reset, I think, after we played the dorm household. So we haven't played this household since it reset yet. So since the household reset, Sophia's not going to show up until tomorrow. That's unfortunate. That's okay. Just get some quick food then. Not the end of the world. Yeah, but look at that environment score. So yeah, maybe clean up a little bit. Or we don't clean up, because then when Lilith is here, she can influence someone to clean up. Because remember, Lilith wants to influence people a bunch. So she can influence somebody else to clean up. I know. Okay, so let's form a group. Let's form a swim team group. I just think that'll be so much fun. And then you guys can go hang out at the sports center and stuff. What should we call it? Oh, now I gotta think of a name. We're just gonna name this the Pool Pals. And it's gonna have... Let's see. Where are they? Nicole and Derek. And I don't know if anybody else has the Loves swimming trait, because it doesn't just have to be young adults, I guess. Because there are pools in Pleasantview. So, but for now, it's just going to be Angela, Nicole, and Derek. And that's going to be the Pool Pals. So now that group is created, we can do that. See, she's having bad thoughts about her sister. And that's why. That's why we sent Lilith away, so that they could separate and not fight all the time. Alright, well, she does need cleaning for her degree. So why don't you clean up? They don't have enough money for a maid. So why don't you just clean a little bit? I know I was going to say, I said let's wait for Lilith to influence somebody, but I think if she tried to influence Angela... Oh, look, you're close to getting 1 cleaning skill point, but you need 2. Because she needs enough GPA to pass, which I think she can definitely get if she goes to class today. But, you know, we want her to do better than just constantly barely passing, if possible. I hear somebody giggling. Who is it? Oh, up here. Yeah, see, they're both undeclared majors. Maybe I should, when I make Sims into dormies, maybe I should declare a major for them. That way not all the dormies are undeclared. I mean, they'll still be stuck in their first semester, so whatever time they go to class for the first year is when they would be going to class, but at least then they wouldn't all be going to class at exactly the same time. I mean, once we have more playables in college, it won't be such a big deal, but it is kind of annoying that all of our dormies have class at exactly the same time. Alright, does any of this need to be cleaned? Tinker, no. Oh, there's our streaker. Jake. You didn't generate last time, did you? You just generated. See you later, Jake. Alright, after you do that, do any of the other bathrooms need to be cleaned? Yeah, you can come clean these. Angela's a little bit of a good girl, so she would totally do this. And then she would complain about it. You know, and she would say like, nobody ever cleans up after themselves. I have to do it. Don't you guys think? That sounds like Angela to me. Alright, I don't think she's gonna get a whole nother cleaning skill point, but maybe. We'll see. We could always have her study with the bookshelf, but studying at the bookshelf feels weird if they don't want the skill point necessarily. Or if they're not like a bookworm. Like, we have bookworm Sims, and that might make sense for them, but for Angela, that just seems kind of weird. She doesn't even have the want to get an A+ or anything, you know, or the fear. If she had a fear of failure or the want to get a good grade, then I would do that, but she would definitely do this. She would try to be like a little martyr. Be like, nobody cleans up after themselves. I have to do it. And then take a shower because you're all gross from cleaning. Oh, you have class in 1 hour. Never mind. Good class. After you finish cleaning that puddle. Oh, and Lilith's back. I didn't realize. Hi, Lilith. You want to throw a party? That could be fun. Why don't you have a sandwich? Because you are hungry. Yeah, look, she's just flaming at her sister. Totally upset with her. That's why my way of keeping them separate is to send them to community lots and stuff. If you threw a party, who would you invite? All the young adults live here because we don't have that many in the neighborhood yet. You could invite Dirk and Dustin and Alex and Randy. You could invite the teenagers. Dirk, Dustin, Alex, Randy, Ivy, who may or may not come. And that's pretty much it. It's a pretty good sandwich. Doesn't it look tasty? That's one of my default replacements. Alright, Lilith, what are you going to do now? We could have you study charisma because you do want to maximize your influence and then use it. And charisma will help you be successful influencing people. So we could have her practice her charisma. Because it's kind of too early to throw a party. You also want to be best friends with Bo. You know what? It's 5 o'clock. Why don't you call Bo before it gets too late? I mean, he is a child. So you can't be calling him at like 10 p.m. or anything. So you have to call him a little bit earlier. Bo broke. Just talk. Since you want to be best friends with him. Oh, yay! You're best friends with Bo. Oh, now you want to be best friends with Nicole. You really get along with her. And then you want to have 5 best friends. You have 3. So let's just lock in to be best friends with Nicole, because that'll give you 4. You could be best friends with Coral if you wanted to. Oh, look, she fears the death of Bo. She is really taken to him. He's like the little brother she didn't ever have, you know? Trash? No trash. You don't want to do community service, but sometimes you find cool things at the landfill, like potions. Like Darren found. Alright, call your grandmother. Because she wants to have 5, and then we'll lock in have 5. Because she'll have 4. She'll make best friends with her grandmother right now. Yeah, Grandma. I miss your oldies music. She's calling to check on her grandmother because Herb passed away, her grandfather. And so now she's trying to make an extra effort with her grandmother. I did that. After my grandfather died, I called my grandmother every week for several months to check on her. Make sure she was okay, being alone. She hadn't lived alone since she was like... Actually, I don't know if she's ever lived alone before then. Alright, you are going off to class. And then Angela should be back from class soon. And when Angela gets back from class, she needs to take a shower. And then she's going to need to have... She has less... Oh, Angela met her professors, Jesse Brown and Enrique Vaughn. Because we had them pick their majors last time, so I don't think they met their professors. They're both adults. Do you have chemistry with your professor? No. Of course you don't. Why do you have terrible chemistry with everybody? You want to invite someone over You want to be friends with Derek and Alvin. Why don't you have dinner? Have a hamburger. Yeah, see, they're all undeclared. I might change that. What do you guys think? Should I leave them all undeclared? Or, just in case we move them in, like, later, and then we would pick their major based on what they want? Or, when I make them into dormies, should I assign a major for them? Either just maybe randomly or cycle through them or something, just so they go to class at different times or have different conversation. What do you guys think? And what do you guys think of the makeovers I gave them for aging up? So whereas Alvin and Tasha, I tried to keep what they kind of had because Nicole and Derek were NPCs. You know, we really only ever saw them in their NPC clothes. We didn't see them in regular clothes, so I had to kind of give them some vibes, you know. Angela, don't you dare start a fire. This is why we need Sophia. Learning to cook for yourself because you have 3 cooking skill points. That's pretty good. She probably made one of those burgers like with the burger patties out of the freezer. There's no way she made that on her own. And I realized what the issue was, even though they don't have ingredients, why they can make some of this stuff at the back. And that is because these are ones I have default replacements for, and the default replacement files are too big, meaning they have a bunch of unnecessary stuff in them. And so it's overriding my ingredients mod. Oh, Leslie Wiggins and Wilson Russell. That's all right. That's a name. I feel like it should be the other way around, like Russell Wilson, but okay. But yeah, so I need to go through my default replacements of the base game foods, and I need to edit the ingredients on the default replacements. All right, look, Lilith is in platinum. That's amazing. All right, now you get something to eat. And then Angela, don't go slap your sister. Try to be friends with Alvin. It didn't go so well last time, but let's see if you can play kicky bag because your fun is kind of low. Maybe he'll play kicky bag with you and then you're not talking as much because he didn't really seem to like you. All right, after you finish drinking that, come take care of some of your needs. Oh, you're gonna play? No, ask him to join. Ask Alvin to join. We want to be friends with Alvin. That's the point. Alvin, come back. Ask Alvin to join. No? No, he's going to his room. He's going to bed. He's not interested in Angela. Alright, well ask Derek to join. Because you want to be friends with him also. So ask him to join. I guess there's not enough space back here to do kicky bag, or Alvin just noped out because he was not interested in being friends with Angela. And then let's keep an eye on what Lilith's doing also. It's so funny. Trash talking. Trash talking, Angela, and now he's gonna leave. He's not interested in playing with you if you're gonna trash talk like that. Well, you did not make friends with him. Alright, come use the toilet. Actually, they need to be cleaned again because people have been using them. I want to see... Now, they're having their exam in 10 hours, so she's not going to be able to get her grade up. But they are both going to pass, at least. But she is going to need the same skill points, you know, in the future, for future semesters. Alright, yep, you are very tired, so I would like to change, you know what? Let's change the bedding on their beds so it looks a little bit more unique, their rooms. Just a little bit. Okay, so for Angela's bedspread, I gave her this one, which is pretty peppy and girly, but her favorite color is turquoise. So this is hers. And then Lilith's bedspread, since her favorite color is black, I gave her this one, black and red. This will also help me because now you'll see in the top left here when it says she's going to sleep, instead of both of their beds looking the same and me not knowing which bed they're going to, I can double check to make sure they're going to sleep in the right bed because I know that that bedspread is Lilith's. So Lilith is exhausted. She's going to go to bed. And then I'm going to have Angela clean a little bit. She does need to go to bed because the final exam is in 10 hours. But let's just have her clean up a little bit and then use the toilet, and then she can go to bed also. She's not going to be able to get the other cleaning skill point. So the pre-made Sims have a much harder time in university than my other Sims because they start the game. I mean, the girls started as late teenagers and they had almost no skills, right? But Sims like Jack and Penny and even Bowbroke have a lot more time and a lot more of skill building before they go to college, so. And I could use some specialty items for them, but it's okay. Neither of them are going on probation, which is the most important thing. They are not knowledge Sims or fortune Sims, so if they pass, that's pretty much good enough. They're not stellar students. That is not their goal in life. Angela a little bit more than Lilith because she does want a certain career. All right, she is actually almost really close to her next cleaning skill point. I'll have you go to the bathroom. And then come upstairs. And are any of these ready to be cleaned yet? Oh, this is. These are actually pretty good beds, so they can go to bed late and still get pretty well rested before the exams. I mean, you saw how tired Lilith was, and look what her energy is already. And it's only been like 2 hours. So if I can get her another skill point before she goes to bed, that would be fantastic. Because when they go to their final exam, they do gain their meter as long as they go on time. So if she gets this other cleaning skill point, she could actually get more than just a C average. Oh, come clean this one first, since it's on the way. Clean that one. Yeah, I know. Shush. And then clean that one, and then you can go to sleep, because there's nothing else that needs to be cleaned. She might get it. She might get her cleaning skill point. I love my default replacement mop, too. It's one of those little things that you don't usually notice, but it does make a difference. Oh, come on. You only have 2 more puddles. Can you get that skill point? Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it. I know it's 2 a.m., but that's the best time to clean. Yes! She gained her cleaning skill point from the puddle. So now I think she can get up to a 3.0. That'll be awesome. Bring your average up. All right, go to sleep. Go to sleep, and whenever Lilith wakes up, little Princess Angela, I love her hair when she sleeps. All right, it's 4:30. We got the pop-up at 4. It was on 3 times speed, though, that their final exams are in 4 hours. So Lilith is probably not going to get a charisma or logic. Although her fun is low, we could have her come do some chess. I mean, her hygiene's up, her hunger's up. She won't really need to do... I'm not going to wake her up at 5 a.m. to work on her skills, but when she wakes up at 6 on her own, she's got a couple hours, and the only thing we really need to work on is her fun. So I think that we will do that. I also would like to decorate their rooms a little bit. So once they finish the semester, they'll get some money for, passing. They won't get a lot of money, but they will get a little bit of a grant. And then Lilith also has 300 simoleons, and Angela has 500 simoleons. And they also have this fish that they caught. They can sell their fish. And so now we can use that money to do different things for them. And so I think that they can start decorating their rooms a little bit. I think that could be some, fun. I think I'm going to have them both live in this dorm through their sophomore year also, because neither of them has enough money to rent a house, and they wouldn't want to rent a house together. So I think that they will definitely live here through sophomore year. I think that most of the pre-maids will live in the dorm 2 years at a minimum, but I could move them into separate dorms, but then I just have to play more households, and there's still so many empty rooms here that they, other Sims could move into, so. I like how the dormies took all the biggest rooms, so the next Sim that moves in is going to get this little cramped one over here. Lilith is going to wake up, and she doesn't even have a dresser in her room, I'm just realizing. And I'm going to have her practice. She wants to be friends with Professor Leslie. That could be fun. I'm going to keep locked in 5 best friends because she is actually close to being best friends with Alvin. And that'll give her more points. 2,500 influence especially. Whereas this one only gives her 500 influence. And she needs influence points for her lifetime want. Alright, see, look, Angela's fully rested also. Alright, so Angela, you have a dresser in your... So Angela has a dresser and Lilith has a desk. So, Angela, take a shower. And then Sophia is here. I called her Sophie before, didn't I? It's Sophia. So Sophia is here, so you can go eat. So she's going to take a shower, and then she's going to eat. She wants to be friends with Professor Jessie. I might lock that in instead of be friends with Alvin, because Alvin does not seem to want to be friends with her. But Angela seems like the kind of person who would schmooze up to her professor, so we're going to lock that. She also wants to be friends with Professor Enrique. She has the same relationship with both of them, so it doesn't really matter. And then Lilith is over here. I doubt she's going to get that logic skill point. Playing chess in her pajamas at 6 a.m., almost 7 a.m. But she needs a logic skill point, and her fun is what needs attention. So she's just going to do that to get her fun up. And I think Tasha and Alvin are going to be going to their final exams too. Are you talking to Derek? He sat pretty much as far away from you as he possibly could, and you're still trying to chat him up. Such a popularity sim. He's like, man, you have a lot of friends. You're so popular. You should be on the debate team. You're obviously good at talking to people. We don't have a debate team yet, just the swim group. She's like, oh, well, I do like to argue. I have a lot of practice arguing with my sister. My mom's a politician, don't you know? Alright, they both have final exams in an hour. Alright, neither of them... Lilith is not going to... I mean, I could have her finish the skill point, but she'd be late to her exam, so... We're just going to send her to her exam. Angela will go automatically, because once she finishes eating... Yeah. And then we are actually going to save at 9 a.m. Lilith, do not go to your exam. Good girl. Thank you for changing your clothing. So once it hits 9 a.m., we are going to save the game. Alvin, get out of the way. Out of the way, Alvin. Because, yeah, we will always be saving at 9 a.m. on this lot. Because it is our university lot. That's how all of our university ones get played. It's a special household. Alright, Lilith, you are taking your sweet time. This is why I had her stop what she was doing to go. Because she's obviously... What a lollygagger. You're gonna be late. You just do not care, do you? I mean, I'm not surprised. Your grandmother is a principal, Lilith. You should care a little bit. If you enjoyed that episode, be sure to tap that like button. And I will see you back here in Pleasantview very soon.